inspectors say someone has been stealing mail right from the post office. Now, there have been multiple reports from the Henderson Post Office on Lake Mead and Boulder Highway and also the Valley Verde location. The areas they serve are shaded in red and blue on your screen. Postal inspectors say someone has been getting through the secured gated areas of both post offices and apparently stealing several plastic sorting bins. Now, sources say as many as 45,000 letter-sized pieces of mail might have been stolen this month alone.
Quite unusual. It's pretty bold to go into a restricted space. A back dock is typically in a gated area that is restricted to employees only.
Investigators aren't sure how many mail routes have been impacted, but say if you were expecting gift cards, checks, bank statements, or have seen any odd credit reports and you think maybe your mail may have been stolen, you should report it to the post office right away. So far, there's no description of the thieves.
Right now, 3 Las Vegas teens are facing charges for their alleged involvement in an elaborate robbery scheme. They are accused of duping a man with instant messages, kidnapping him, robbing him, and then leaving him in the desert. This map breaks down the timeline of the crime. Police say that the group used a teenage girl as bait who claimed that she wanted to buy marijuana. Well, she allegedly lured the man to a Roberto's taco shop, got him to drive her to West Lawn Cemetery. That's where the other 2 teens were waiting. Police say they jumped the man, they robbed him, and then they put him in the trunk and drove him to the desert near Lake Mead. They told him to run for his life, firing gunshots behind him. The victim was able to run to a passing car, and the driver actually took him to a nearby gas station to call police. Wow.
The third and final suspect connected to the murder of a California psychiatrist is expected to make his first court appearance today. Police say 27-year-old John Kennison is the boyfriend of the main suspect, Kelsey Turner. Now, Kennison, Turner, and Turner's roommate, Diana Pena, are all accused of killing Dr. Thomas Burchard last month, then leaving his body in the trunk of a car and dumping that body in the desert on East Lake Mead.
Well, an update for a story we have been following since last September. This morning, Huntridge Circle Park near Maryland Parkway and Charleston does remain closed for construction. According to the city of Las Vegas, the park is under a design review. The park has been closed since October. The city wanted to make some improvements after neighbors became concerned about a large homeless population there. Well, a scam alert from Henderson police. They say people are spoofing the department's main phone number and then demanding money from residents.
Yeah, spoofing is when you make a phone number appear to come from another source. So in these calls, the scammer claims you have a warrant that needs to be paid with an Apple or Google gift card. Henderson police says they will not contact you by phone to get payment. They also do not take gift cards. A unique forum is happening this weekend to help build relationships between teens and law enforcement.
Yes, this is a great idea. North Las Vegas police and other community groups are going to be on hand to discuss with teens their rights and what to do during traffic stops, stop and frisks, and arrests. Now, this forum gives the teens and police an opportunity to learn from each other.
No, it's very important to have a safe space for cops to understand what youth are going through, but also for youth to understand what cops have to deal with to help keep us safe. So this allows us to come together in a safe space to have that dialogue.
Well, teens will also get to learn about the criminal justice system and the consequences of things like cyberbullying, sexting, and sharing videos of fights. The event is this Saturday. It's at Canyon Springs High School. It's from 9:30 to 1:30 p.m. Well, double express lanes could be coming to the 15, and while that does sound like a little bit of relief for drivers, it's actually causing a big debate between the city and state officials.
Yeah, the city of Las Vegas is looking for ways to challenge the Nevada Department of Transportation's plans and the driving rules within them. State officials say the HOV lanes will cut down on traffic, but city council members say drivers should be allowed to use whatever lanes they want.
I just don't think that's fair. I don't think that's right. People that drive on 95 and I-15 should be able to use those lanes. They paid for them.
The city will hold a public hearing on May 1st and conduct a poll to see what you want.
Hey, the Vegas Golden Knights are heading back home for Game 6 against the Sharks.
Yeah, they failed to get that win last night on the road, but fans we spoke to aren't too worried. They think the Knights will get a win at home.
It's the Fortress. They're going to come back. They're going to play good at home, and they're going to come out strong and score in the first 80, 90 seconds like they do normally in the playoffs. And it's the Knights. They're going to take it the Fortress.
I think we can do it. We're going to be home game. We always do better at home. So.
Bounced off the corner glass.
Game 6 is Sunday, Easter Sunday at T-Mobile Arena. We checked and tickets start around $200.
Yeah, it'll be fun to have them back home.
Yeah, and the Knights have inspired many things in our community, including friendships.
They sure have. Before the Knights made it to their first Stanley Cup final, two women decided to create a VGK Ladies, an online group where women around the valley can actually express their love for the Knights with each other.
I noticed some women were trying to post things like their nail designs and maybe craft ideas, and they were kind of getting blowback from guys. I decided to just start a women's group for just them.
Yeah, that small private Facebook group has now gone public, and it includes more than 5,000 members. The founders have also created a website. Women can share everything from craft, party, and even makeup ideas. The founders say they are happy everyone has a safe place to express themselves. And coming up in our next half hour, we also spoke to a local couple who has been to several different NHL arenas, and they tell us why T-Mobile is in a league of its own.
Yeah, we know that, obviously, but I'm excited to hear what they have to say about it since they've seen a lot of different other ones as well. All right, time now is 6:10.
After making our way through snow and rain, the high temperatures have returned. The freeways, you can cool off when the valley hits 90 degrees today.
Plus, you may notice something different the next time you call an Uber. The question you should always ask your driver to ensure you are safe.
Heat is on this afternoon, near 90, first time this year. Back near 90 Saturday, but a different feel as we start Easter weekend. A lot of wind tomorrow, and then a cool down. Highs only in the 70s on Easter itself. We'll time out the wind hour by hour this weekend, coming up with the 7-day planner.
And if you have loved ones heading to town right now, give them a heads up because there's a slowdown coming from the airport connector heading southbound near Sunset right here. You can't clearly see it, but it looks like it is causing a slowdown out there, so give them a heads up and we'll have more updates on this in the next few minutes.
A deadly storm battering Mississippi has 2 victims. Both men died in separate car crashes caused by that severe weather. One of the biggest problems was the wind, which knocked down trees and took out power lines, leaving thousands in the dark.
I got home from work, I sat down to play my guitar, and we heard this loud pop. And when we did, all the lights in the house went out.
Well, the storm also hit Alabama, where someone died after a tree crashed into a home.
The search is on for this person caught on camera stealing from a business near Desert Inn in Eastern. This happened last month. Police say the suspect pointed a gun at the clerk, then demanded money. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but the robber still has not been caught. Police now say a woman is responsible for a large fire that spread to several mobile homes. According to an arrest report, Heather McDonald admitted to a firefighter that she was the one who started the flames. She is now facing arson charges for the fire near Wyoming and Sand Hill last week. Police say the woman spread gasoline through a mobile home, then lit it on fire. In all, 3 homes were damaged and 2 dogs were killed. Uber taking steps to make its app safer following the tragic murder of a South Carolina college student after she got into the wrong car.
Now, the company is rolling out a new way to make sure that riders get into the correct vehicle. The app will now send users safety alerts that include information about your driver and the vehicle. Uber has also partnered with the University of South Carolina to help educate students about ride safety.
Simply put, every time someone uses a rideshare service, they should stop before entering the vehicle and ask the driver plainly, "What's my name?"
Uber says riders should also make sure the license plate, make, model, and color of the car matches what is listed in the app. Yeah, really important to do.
Well, Earth Day is Monday, but there are some ways you can honor Mother Earth today. Consider leaving your car at home this weekend. Try walking or taking public transportation instead. When packing your lunch today, use a reusable container instead of plastic wrap. And don't forget your reusable bags if you need to stop at the grocery store. Earth Day first started back in 1970 and is now celebrated by more than 190 countries across the globe.
All right. I did one of those things. I use Tupperware every day, so they're reusable, right? I love my Tupperware. It's my life. I use it all the time. All right, as Justin mentioned, we're expected to hit the 90s today, so there are several free ways to keep cool as the temperatures rise.
Yeah, that includes several splash pads that are located throughout the valley.
We live in the middle of the desert. Having these splash pads and having the kids to be able to come outside and enjoy will have something to do to keep cool. That's what it's all about.
Well, a reminder, many splash pads don't open until May, but they are not the only way to keep cool. You can also hang out at the library, go to a museum. There are so many here in the Valley. You can also go to the movies. Just a tip, matinees are cheaper, and different theaters offer deals on certain days. Remember, Monday, CCSD is holding class. That's to make up for that snow day we had back in February. So Sunday marks the final day of spring break.
Oh boy. All right, well, that Penguins movie's coming out. Maybe take the kids to see that, Justin.
Yeah, you know, as it gets hotter and hotter, the movies that you'll pay to go see to stay cool inside the theater can be worse and worse. Well, yeah, a Penguin movie sounds great.
Yeah.
I hope it's 3 hours long.
True.
I hope it's like Avengers Endgame or something in length. Let's talk about the pool this afternoon. Great way to stay cool. We have numbers climbing from the low 80s at noon into the upper 80s, near 90 by the late afternoon. The one thing, though, you know, we've got the sun, we don't have much wind. The one thing we do have, a very high UV index. It's actually hitting a 10 between noon and 1 p.m. The scale only goes up to 11, so a sunburn can happen in 15 minutes, middle of the day as it is at its highest point in the sky. Just a reminder about the SPF 30. The wind, not a big deal. We love calm days in April in Las Vegas. They don't happen very often, but the wind is a non-issue today. We're focused on the warmth. Yeah, it's in the 50s and 60s now, but we'll be 89, 90 degrees as we head toward 4 or 5 p.m. High temperatures tomorrow, right back around 88, 89, 90 degrees. But it's going to feel a lot different because Saturday we have wind that'll build substantially by late morning into the early afternoon. Steady winds, 15, 20 miles per hour. A gust Saturday afternoon and especially gust Saturday evening will hit 40 miles per hour from the southwest. So you're going to feel the wind as we head through Saturday. That breeze will actually shift to the west and the northwest for Easter morning and deliver a noticeable cool down for Sunday's forecast. Starting in the low 60s early Easter morning. As you make your way around town, maybe off to the relatives, off to brunch, off to church, we'll have numbers in the mid and the upper 70s, so a little cooler than originally anticipated for Easter Sunday. And then Sunday evening, we focus on Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Round 1 playoffs. Upper 70s as you head to T-Mobile, low 70s as we drive home around 10:30 with a victory in our pockets, we hope. We are looking at temperatures dropping from near 90 today and tomorrow to the 70s for Easter, barely 80 on Monday, but Nina will climb back to the mid-80s Tuesday, and look at that, 90 Wednesday, 93 next Thursday will be the hottest day so far this year.
All right, thank you, Justin. If you are trying to pick up someone from the airport, if you know somebody who's actually coming to town right now, give them a heads up because we have a crash on the airport connector. This is heading southbound right now. This is near Sunset. We're seeing about an average speed of 21 miles an hour, and that's where choppers flying over right now, showing you where all that backup is. And as far as the crash, you can't actually see it because it's more towards the tunnel. It's actually inside, but I can tell you though that as choppers zooming in inside that tunnel, live drive passed through it. Your right and your left lane is blocked off because of that crash. So all these vehicles out here have to merge towards the center lane to get past this crash. Now, an update on the crash on the freeway southbound 95. This is right at Casino Center Boulevard. You're going to see that it's all green right now because that crash has been cleared out for you. So no problem for you on the freeways right now.
Thanks, Nina. An exclusive look at that underwater cave rescue after a pro diver got trapped for more than 24 hours. What it took to pull him to safety. Plus.
There you go. Breathe, buddy. Keep breathing.